What's up, YouTubers?
YouTubians.
Oh no.
Fucking hell,
YouTubers say when they're doing
look at the bug that I got. He looks like an actual fucking serial killer.
Is it a headgear or uniform?
No, it's just, yeah, it's his headgear and the way he's fucking standing.
Oh.
It's like he's about to either go into a really badass fight scene, or about to fucking slaughter younglings. Like,
Mine's about to go into water polo.
mine's about to take swimming classes. Fucking hate that fucking skin.
It looks so weird. I want to get good with Buck.
The helmet, it's like a baseball helmet, but without like the helmet.
I want to get good with Buck, but then, because then if I get Buck Leet, I'm gonna have like the same operator but on defense and attack. I'm gonna have Buck and Frost.
So Buck, did Buck change the meta? In your opinion?
Not much. I think he was just. People thought of him as a better Sledge at the moment. Some people still do think he's a better Sledge. But I don't think he's that good compared to Sledge since he's lost his frags. That was a huge nerf for him.
That was a pretty big nerf, yeah.
Yeah. I think the only good thing about him that's better than Buck is that he basically is a sledgehammer, but it can only, like, it has more range. That's what's good about it.
Yeah, a little bit less risk.
But with his gun, like with his actual gun, though, that's where the problem comes in. It's good fire rate, less damage, but way more recoil.
Yeah, like the Kate has so much recoil, and like the cameras, it's a single fire, so I mean, you know, it's a little harder.
Single fires only have recoil.
Yeah.
The Sledge's gun has like 670 fire rate. 670 fire rate with 47 damage. Low recoil. But what do you think about Frost?
Honestly, I don't think Frost did that much, and I don't think she's a huge meta cheater at all. Like, Super 90, it used to be okay. Like, it used to be viable. Now, I don't really think it
Sniper
is.
90.
Yeah. Like, I don't, it really isn't now.
People would prefer Kapkan because it was way smaller, easier to put. You had 5 of them, and they were an instant kill at the time.
Well, at the time, like, Kapkan had 3, the insta-kill ones, but yeah.
Oh,
but they're still
kind of the same as
easier.
Frost.
Like, if you put down a deployable with one of the insta-kill Kapkans, that's nearly impossible to, like, shoot or get rid of, unless you're Ash or Zofia that can break through the deployable shield.
Sledge. That's also another thing with Buck. How Sledge's hammer is basically just a stronger knife. He can destroy way more stuff, while Buck just has a widespreaded shotgun. That's all it is.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Sledge can just destroy that shield, destroy the Kapkan. Easy. Can destroy barricades with one hit.
I think Sledge is more meant to kind of come at you from the front, like with a teammate or two. And Buck is kind of meant to come from behind, like a solo operation kind of thing.
But I feel like for breaking gadgets and stuff like that, I think Sledge would be the better option.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about Blackbeard and Valkyrie?
Alright.
Oh, wait, are you done? Are we done about Buck and Frost?
Blackbeard changed that shit so much. Like,
one shot headshot game, and then just
put a shield around your head. Yeah. And like, what was it, like 800 hit points or something?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I haven't played that long ago, but it's like if it actually was like that, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was something like you had to go at it like for a long time to break it, or else you had to either get lucky and get past the shield, come from behind him, or shoot him in the body. But
I think they should
they
have made him a
definitely.
3 armor.
I mean, he's still a bit of an overpowered operator right now. It's still a one-shot headshot game, and he's still got a shield in front of his face. It's
It just
like-
has less hit points now.
yeah, it's like Saran
But
wrap,
the,
but
the annoying thing is though, if you die and you see that you destroyed his shield, that's what annoys you. You know you would have killed him if he didn't have that shield.
yeah.
That's the bad
Yeah.
part.
And I mean,
But I think-
he's got a pretty good assault rifle, and he's got a pretty good marksman rifle, and he's got the
Marksman
Deagle.
rifle is
like-
good, but it's just Deagle's also good. It's just the AR. The only bad thing about it is the fire rate. 585 fire rate.
Yeah, it shoots like a slingshot. You have to like take 10 minutes to fucking reload it. Find a fucking rock.
Yeah, that's why I prefer the SR25 because it does more damage. It's a low recoil because it's a single fire, and wait, did I say low? I meant low recoil.
Yeah,
What did I say?
and like of course Deagle's pretty good anyway. Like,
Yeah, it does
good.
71 damage.
and good.
But if you've ever looked at the mobility for the SR25, it says 38. Such a weird number.
Well, Deagle has 45.
I know, but just 38. I just kind of hate when
38,
they do
that is-
stuff like that. Like, same with Buck, they did 837 fire rate.
Right. Those uneven
I think
numbers.
so.
Yeah.
I think they should have made him a 3 armor, though.
Who? Blackbeard?
I don't know, because if they were a 3 armor, it would have been harder to kill him, but if they were a 3 speed, I guess he could have just rushed in with a shield. So that was pretty bad.
I think they did a good job at like placing him at a 2 armor, 2 speed. I think that's like the way it should be. I think that's fair. But yeah. Valk? Kind of.
Okay.
She kind of changed it.
Yeah, like there were cameras that are easy to spot. They're always in the same place, and then they just brought in Valkyrie. Just throw them anywhere you want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can. Yeah, she was pretty big meta changer, really, because no other operator had the ability to just throw a camera wherever they wanted to
And
get
she's
intel
still big now.
from wherever.
Like, Duffline just changes the game so much. Like, Valkyrie and Blackbeard still get banned. Like, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they're in the top 10. They're definitely in the top 10 for most banned.
In Pro League, I think,
Oh, no, in
or
like
higher level play.
in the year ranked PC Platinum and above.
Yeah, like higher play.
But it's just the Deagle 2, which is good. Shotgun's okay. I
Shotgun's
like it.
okay,
Usually,
but MPX
yeah, I
is
usually
definitely
use it on
better.
Oryx.
And she's got C4 and Deagle. Like, yeah,
What
Like-
about Cav?
Cav. Yeah, huge meta changer. Just like Valk.
I thought the
Huge.
MPX had 800 fire rate. Yeah. but-
Yeah.
If you get the interrogation off and there's like maybe a minute left, it's like a 2v2 or something, and like 2v3, and you get the interrogation off, makes it a 2v2, and you know where the last two are. That's just crazy.
Yeah, it's a huge. It's a huge thing now, and probably forever will be, because being able to see them real time is crazy important. And I mean, although her primaries are like okay, they're okay.
The only good thing about it is the damage, I guess. How it has 40 damage. 555 rate is really bad, especially for an SMG.
Yeah. But I mean, like, look at the shotgun, like 30, and that's up close.
Yeah.
Like,
And it
That's
only
pretty
has
bad.
6 capacity.
Yeah, that too. Like that's why M12 I think is like better for her, and she has impacts, which is very useful for her. I think that they could probably get rid of that, get rid of her mobility a little bit.
Do you remember what she lost for proximity alarms in Steel Wave?
I don't. I think it was barbed.
I feel like it was either that or bulletproof camera.
Oh, it might have been camera, but like impacts are still better just because she's so mobile, and it just helps with mobility. So, I mean, yeah, she
proximity
definitely
alarms-
changed that.
Proximity alarms could work too. Like, I use it on Oryx because sometimes I roam with him, so I just like to put proximity alarms. As soon as I get the points for the proximity alarm, I just go back up and then try to kill him.
Okay.
So, Capitao.
Okay, Capitao. Honestly, not that much. Definitely not as much as Caveira, and definitely isn't a great operator. Like, his primaries, aren't that great.
650 fire rate.
Yeah.
And same
Para?
AR.
Like, I would choose the M2 over the Para any day. Just because, like, they have basically the same stats. I think, actually, Para has a little bit more horizontal, looking at it now.
Yeah, it does. And then the LMG has more. Wait, no. I think Para has more vertical. Well, it depends what you use. I use muzzle brake on Para, and I think
I use
Helmet
Para.
Sighter. Or no, flash
Yeah, I
hider.
use muzzle
Flash
brake
hider
too.
on the LMG. So looking
same.
at it like side to side, for sure LMG, like the M249, has more horizontal, while the Para has more vertical. But they're overall
I'm not
like
sure.
the same stats. But they're like basically like other than that capacity, they're the same stats. Maybe how fast you go, but he's still a 3-speed. Like, he's the only 3-speed with an LMG. That's what makes him really good.
Yeah. So
Like,
his primaries
if you
are
look
okay.
the same, like
His handgun is
pistol.
pretty bad, in my opinion. Like, it's okay, but it definitely could be better. Like, there's a lot better pistols.
42 damage isn't a lot.
And his secondary
yeah.
gadgets are, Like,
Well, we didn't talk about Cav's secondary, her pistol.
I think we did.
Just
Well,
ignored that.
I mean,
If you look at if you compare this to Capitao's pistol, which is the same pistol but just with a custom suppressor, as it says, it has 13 more damage, but way more recoil. Way more recoil.
yeah. So, I
Probably the most
mean,
recoil
Capitao,
pistol in the game.
he didn't really change it, like, too much in my opinion. I mean, his gadget, it's sometimes useful, sometimes it isn't. So,
I feel like it's better for plants, like for denying plants or something.
yeah. Or
They're-
denying diffusers.
Not plants, sorry. But there are a lot of people that can do that too, like just frags or anything. Frags,
Yeah.
fuse can if you plan it correctly, buck. Yeah, Capitao's kind of good, I guess. Sophia could, because her concussion actually stops you from defusing. Or not defusing, like disarming the bomb.
Yeah.
How do you...
Defusing the bomb. Yeah. Alright, Habana.
Habana definitely changed. So many people loved her as soon as she came out. It was a new hard breacher. Like, people were so happy for her.
Yeah, it was the second. I mean, if you wanted hard breach before Red Crow, you had to go with Thermite.
And he was the only hard breacher. If you got spawn peaked, you were done. You just couldn't get a wall. Like,
yeah,
unless you had
you're not gonna be
breaches.
able to get into garage from house or into like any hard wall. So,
Yeah.
I mean, she was
But then
definitely. She's definitely like
Habana
a lot
changed it
better.
with her. Like, with her probably her gun, and that she can take out so many hatches. Like her gun, I feel like it was kind of underlooked because of the capacity. It has 20 capacity, but it has 850 fire rate, super low recoil with muzzle brake and vertical grip. As ACOG, still keeping ACOG in the Shadow Legacy update, but 40 damage. That's what's bad.
Yeah, and I mean that's pretty balanced. That's pretty balanced weapon.
And she's a 3-speed with stun grenades and breaches, kind of like Ash.
Supernova's kind of bad.
Yeah,
Second worst. P2.
I feel like Hibana. It's okay. Just like 51 damage is okay.
I mean, obviously,
like,
you're gonna want the machine pistol.
Yeah. Well, in some cases, maybe not, because it has so much recoil.
That's true. I
Way
mean,
more
look at
than
the
anything
graph.
else.
Like, Jesus.
Yeah. This is on console too, not PC.
Yeah. Like, that is crazy.
I feel like if you wanted hatches, before you had to go Thermite because he was the only option. Then Hibana came out, like, just changed it. Like, you could get 3 hatches with Hibana now. Or not now. You could get 3 hatches with Hibana. You might even make an update where you can choose how many X-Kairos you could shoot at a hatch. Or, like, not at a hatch, but just shoot. 2, 4, or 6. So if you, like, team up with, like, if you get Thermite, Hibana, Ace, Maverick, and that new secondary Harbreacher that's coming, you could get so many hatches.
Well, you could get, like, all of them.
Yeah. Like, because you can just put 2 X-Kairos with 1 Selma, that's 1 hatch. Another 2 with another Selma, that's 2 hatches. Another 2 with another Selma, that's 3 hatches with 3 Selmas and 6 X-Kairos. And Maverick can take out 2 hatches. Thermite can take out 2. Hibana can still take out like 3 more, and we still have the secondary Harbreacher. So if that update actually comes out, you can take out basically every hatch.
Yeah. So, as for the meta, yeah, she changed the meta. Definitely. For a good way. For Echo, yeah, he as well changed the meta pretty badly. I don't know why I'm using this.
Just stopped you from planting with his yokai.
Yeah. Like,
you want to plant? Nope.
good luck trying to, like, hit a 1-second plant when there's an Echo still alive.
Yeah, like, especially 15 seconds left, 2 people left, and he's, like, just in the basement of Villa and they're an aviator or something. That, like, they're just screwed, basically. And if he still has both yokai drones, and they don't have an IQ, like, he's just screwed.
Well, I mean, if you don't have, like the reflexes to get it in time or something, or if you don't have anyone to, like, kind of spot one, you're kind of screwed. Like, if you put, the 2 yokais, if you put the 2 yokais under, like, the white truck on, like, Garage and Consulate, like, you could probably deny a lot of plans. I just thought of that.
Place.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can actually get up there, because there are some places, like, even if it's fine, like it's a solid surface, it still won't let you. So it might not work.
Maybe, I don't know.
Let's talk about his guns now.
Yeah, MP5 suppressed. It's better than the MP5. Like,
not sure why. Like, they did the same thing with Caveira. Like, Caveira's suppressed pistol does 65 damage, while the normal pistol does 42. The MP5 suppressed does 30 damage, while the normal MP5 does 27.
Yeah.
It has this. It has the same recoil as the MP5, though. It just doesn't look the same because you can't put any barrels on it on Echo's MP5.
Right.
No, well, you can still put vertical grip in there, like, very similar.
So change the meta.
They're the same as Hibana. Yeah,
Yeah.
he really did change the meta. Same as Hibana, they have the B229, the Bearing 9.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice.
Jackal
Mira.
and Mira. What are we doing?
I feel like
Mira?
let's do Mira first. Yeah.
Alright. Mira
Mira just
definitely
Mira
changed
changed so much.
the meta. Like, this
Like,
was a
just having that
huge, like,
just having the intel to see the other side.
yeah. And them not being able to see you. Like,
And luckily, I got the robot headgear for both of them.
I got the robot headgear for just Mira. Lucky.
Yeah, they're both really nice.
Yeah,
It's a
they are.
shame that game out had so many glitches. Like,
I mean, she's C4.
just take it out.
she's a-
Yeah, let's talk about this. Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, so she has a C4, like a good secondary shotgun, and there's the frickin' Vector.
It says 70 damage.
Yeah, I know, but the drop
does
off
not
must
feel
be
like-
so high. Like, it must be like,
But if
if you're point blank, it must do 70. But if you're like 5 feet from them, it must do like 4.
Exactly. But if you compare it to the Tele 12L, like it's a 12L and it's a 12S, the 12S is actually better.
Oh.
But
Okay.
it does like 20 more damage and it has way less recoil.
Oh my god, look at its recoil. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know.
Why is the
It's
first one on the
way
E to,
less.
like, the L a fucking block?
I don't know.
Like, look at that, it's like a square. Look at the vector, it looks like a temperature check. Like, a recoil pattern.
I use compensator on it, so it's even more together. What skin do I have from here? I got the robot skin for the Victor, which is nice.
Oh, that is nice.
I don't really change much. Just use Goyo's gifts, but I guess the tempered steel is better.
Definitely changed the meta. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
Like just that
Like,
intel to see the other side, and they can't see you unless they have a drone or something like that.
or being able to put,
But-
like, some sneaky plays, like, yeah. I mean,
They she does have her counters though. Like zeros coming into the game, if they don't see that thing, then she's kind of screwed. And Twitch
Yeah.
too, if she can just open it right away.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think she needs another counter. Like, I think she should really get another counter, like Zero. Like, just because she
Well,
is
I mean-
really overpowered. She is constantly banned in high play. Because
She's
is,
the most
like-
banned operator, and yet they're giving her a 1.5 times scope.
yeah, like, that's gonna be bad. Like, there's a lot of mirror players, like, who already play mirror right now, but I think there's gonna be a lot of people jumping on that boat.
Yeah.
Jackal.
And I mean, first the mirror, there are other counters too, like Ace and Hibana are also good counter to her, 'cause they can just take it out.
That's true, yeah.
And if no
Well, any
one's,
hard breacher is.
no one's watching it, yeah, if no one's watching it, like there's no soft wall beside the mirror, there's no electricity or anything, Thermite could just take it out, just explode it, just take out the wall.
Mhm.
So there is
That's true.
okay, but yeah, now we can talk about Jekyll.
Alright. Jackal. Well, before his nerf, yeah,
What
he
was his
changed the
nerf?
meta. Well, his nerf was like, however, like, color the footprints are. So, like, the more recent footprints would be, like, red, and the least like would be like blue or yellow or something. I forget.
Oh,
And so that determines how many jackals like can track you. But like back then, it didn't matter if you tracked the jackal. Like it would just be like a free kill or a free kill to your teammate because you know instantly where they are and it's a constant ping. And so if they try to move, they're gonna die. Like you know where they're going.
yeah. Well, I mean, you could also try to bait him. Like, if you kind of have an idea of where he is, you could just stay in one spot, wait for the scan, then try to run around, wait for him to go in that room, and then you just flank him from behind. You could try that.
And I mean, as for guns, I mean he's got a shit ton for one.
Yeah, that C7E is the second highest DPS in the game.
Yeah, like it's a good gun. Out of
Yes.
the three, that one's the best. He has the Ida S and 70. I mean, he's just an all-around really good operator. So
That's why he gets banned so much.
yeah, on lower play, yeah.
So like when I see some platinum and diamond people play, they get like he gets banned every once in a while. Not like
Yeah.
super. It's not like super rare or super like common or anything, but it happens.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
But some people think his SMG is better. But I don't think it is. Like the only
PW?
good thing about it is the capacity. Yeah, the PDW9. The only good thing, like better thing about the PDW9 than the C7E is the capacity. But
Yeah, I
they
mean,
have
it
like the
just has
same
more-
recoil and
Yeah.
just 12 less damage.
And yeah, I mean, there's not too much different. I mean, C70's already got 30, so I mean, if you can't kill them with that, I mean, there's a problem.
Yeah. Oh, then you
All
really
around?
need that SMG.
He's a good operator, and yeah, he changed the meta pretty badly.
I like him too. He's one of my favorite operators.
Yeah. Ying.
With Ying. Oh yeah, I got the full set for Ying. On the event. Got
Oh,
the
really?
Cool head, got the cool body, and I got the weapon skin. I'll put that
Nice.
on right now.
Um,
Otherwise,
Ying, she's okay.
oh.
Like her guns are okay. Her
And
pistols.
650 fire rate, like, it's
Okay.
not, like, it's not really the best.
Yeah,
Apparently
no.
I do not
it
have the
isn't.
weapon skin.
Pistol is. It's okay.
Pistols. No, pistol is like a really good pistol. Like the PMM, like the Russian's pistol has a 9 mag, like mag of 9, and it just has 1 more damage. This has 1 less damage, but also 1 more bullet.
One
which
more
is
mag.
better.
Or one more bullet, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that's my fault before. I feel like that would be better though. Like 1 more bullet, then just 1 more damage and -1 bullet.
Yeah. And her gadget is, I mean, it's useful. When she had 4, I mean, you could just run in there, plant, get out, still be blind, and then, like, win the game.
Yeah.
Like,
You could do it with Groot too. If you get like 3 recruits, 9 stuns, 6 smokes.
Jesus. Oh my god. That's a good strat. We should do that. But, I mean, with 3, I mean, she's okay. It's alright. I think she changed the meta a little
2
bit.
speed, 2 armor. Yeah.
I mean, she's balanced. I mean, that's the best way to
I
describe her.
I think she really needs an elite soon.
I think she should get one, yeah.
Like her and Jackal should really get one.
I
don't
think
think they
Monty
should
and
give it
Castle
to-
should.
I don't think they should give it to Castle yet. Or maybe it's hard to say because Castle's been here like since the game started, so like yeah, he's kind of overdue. But no one really plays
Where's
him.
Monte?
He has a lower picker rate than Tachanka.
Doesn't matter.
and
Chichanka's
Capcan.
getting one. Like,
Yeah, but Tachanka's also getting a big rework that's gonna make him way better. That LMG is just gonna be his primary, and he's gonna get fire grenade launchers. That's gonna be a huge buff. He's not even gonna be the same operator anymore.
yeah, he's gonna be totally changed. But
That's why I think they should bring it in Shadow Legacy so we get like an attacker and a defender this season.
that would be interesting. As for
That's why I
Ying,
don't think Castle should get. Pulse, but Pulse is better than Castle, I'd say.
yeah. As for
Castle's
Ying,
sorry,
kind of,
you go.
kind of changed the meta.
Basically just made stuns a little bit different. How you, kind of like Blitz, how you can just blind someone and you would not be blind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
well,
the good part of her gadget, but yeah.
But Blitz also works differently though, because I'm not sure if there's any special glass in front of his shield, but he does still blind in front of him. Like it doesn't really go back at him, or it's not a grenade like stun grenades or Candelos or anything like that. It just stuns right in front of him. So it's a little different.
Well, and it's like it's pretty close. You have to be pretty close to them to stun them. Blitz.
Yeah,
As
the
for Ying,
problem.
you can throw it in the middle of the room and everybody would get stunned.
That's where Warden comes into play.
Yeah, if he was good.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
Legion.
feel like Pulses could kind of be a better Warden though. Like if they're planting in smoke, you just get your cardiac sensor out. You know exactly where they are. Throw a nitro cell, kill them. Easy. It's a little different since. It's a little different, but we'll talk to that. We'll talk more about that when we get to them.
Yeah. So
Legion
Legion.
was so overpowered before. He was
I don't
so
know, I don't know what to
overpowered.
say about him. Like his T5 is obviously like great.
Which one?
Pistol's pretty good.
It has like 900 fire rate or something.
Yeah, he does.
900 fire rate, 28 damage, low recoil. It's so
Yeah.
hard to beat that.
Yeah, that's true. That is like very good. I don't know about his gadget though. Like, he's good for late game pushers, but people roam with him.
Some
And
people
I mean,
I like to anchor.
sorry.
I like to anchor with him. Just in
I know,
case
but-
they decide to push. Like,
Yeah.
I can just throw my legions inside. I don't need to like throw them somewhere like they won't even go.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I just see more and more players kind of roaming with him, and I go, it's not really what he's meant for. I mean, I think they perfectly balanced his gadget. I think that like they should put the damage back in, or maybe
Maybe
like
not to
instead of
10, like maybe
yeah,
to 5.
maybe 5. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
But, like,
5 would be
I-
way better.
I still think that they should have damage, but
Because like,
it's
if
whatever.
it was still 10, imagine you just get revived, and then you just run into 2 goos. You're just dead, just like that. Like that would just be horrible.
Yeah.
5 would
Well,
be.
you'd need to run
kind
into
of-
4
like,
if
5
it
would
was
be
5.
better. Yeah. Well, 4 is harder. Like he only has 8 total, so there's bigger chance he'll run into 4. No, there's bigger chance he'll run into 2 than 4.
Yeah. As for changing the meta at his time, like when he was first released, he changed the meta, definitely.
Yeah. But now,
think now-
he's kind of like he's just an average operator. He's good.
Yeah.
2 speed,
he's
2
a
armor,
little bit,
average.
like, yeah, not so mainstream
And-
anymore.
Like, the ability to see the sticker above the goo at all times before, like, you know exactly which one. You just run there instantly, try to kill him while he's taking out the goo or something.
That's a huge intel. Like,
Little
weapon, like, that's really good.
Like, for really good intel that you don't even have to scan or look at them or anything. Like Ella or just Legion. Kind of Alibi.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Now let's talk about the Zodiac, the Poland sisters.
The Zodiac,
Zodiac
sisters.
sisters.
Oh yes, I don't even know how you got that, but Ella or Sophia first?
Let's do Ella.
Okay. So
You
I
guys
mean,
can see
Ella.
this beautiful Twitch Prime skin I have for her. Beautiful hair.
Ella definitely changed the meta.
Yeah,
Like-
just those concussions. Just
Yeah. I mean, they were like late game bone breakers, basically. I don't really know any good words for it, but I mean, if you were late pushing, and there was a mine, and I mean, you're kind of
totally pushed my
screwed.
mind. Yeah.
Because if the enemy sees you while you're shaking your head and your vision is really messed up, I mean, what are you gonna do?
You could try to bait them too. Like, there's always that bait option though. Like,
Yeah,
bait
you could.
Works really well in this game.
And like, unlike a lot of kind of electronic devices, Ellas can't really be shot like by IQ per se. Like, I think lesions are picked up by IQs. Thing?
Yeah, they are. No.
Yeah.
Grisma mines. I think Grisma mines are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are because they have that light, so that means they have electricity in them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can see, like, you can see them on IQ, but if they're above the doorway, I mean, you're not gonna be able to, like, bend your neck and, like, shoot your gun. You
That's
can't
actually
do that.
possible. I've done it before.
Oh, you've done
If
it?
you go prone and look straight up, you can see a little bit of it. So if you know there's a Grisma mine on that, you could just shoot it like that.
But
Also
then you're
with
pretty
Frost,
vulnerable,
but also with Frost, you could just like rappel above if it's if you're possible to, but like not duck. If you're able to rappel above the door or a window, you can just rappel above it, destroy the shield or destroy the frost mat, and then it's gone. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why when you put two
Um,
frost mats under a window, you have to also be careful with that.
So I don't really know if you were here doing white noise, but, like, do you remember, like, having the Scorpion and having that tiny recoil, or not tiny, but, like, pretty low recoil?
No. The gun had no recoil before?
It had it did not have as much as it does now.
It has like the most recoil in the game, like most
I
recoil
know.
an SMG has.
Like,
Machine pistol, SMG-12.
when Ella came out, Ella was like the meta changer. Like, everyone wanted to play her because she was just insane. Her gun was crazy good because, I mean,
She's
if
a
you pointed it at them and
3v2.
then shot, they'd basically just melt. She had a good
It's
secondary.
kind of like the SMG 11 kind of just
E-
light recoil do its work.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. She's definitely a meta changer.
She's a good operator though. Like, I think it's her gun. The gun is the only thing that really makes her like kind of bad in a way.
It's the only thing
Everything
that's-
else-
yeah, keeps her back.
Well, like everything else is good. Like all you have to do is just throw it somewhere, and then as long as they don't shoot it, and they just walk into it or walk in the proximity, it's fine. Like, they're just gonna get hit by it. She's a 3-speed, good pistol with a sight on it. Yeah, they have a sight on it, like most pistols have iron sights. And she has a pretty good shotgun.
It's okay. I mean, I'd pick Scorpion.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Is
overall...
this Scorpion
I mean,
or
she
Scorpio?
Scorpion. I mean, overall, she was a crazy meta trainer.
I'm just glad they gave her 40 megs, like capacity of 40. Yeah, it's Sophia
Okay.
now.
Sophia.
Sophia. So we got this legendary skin for Ella's Scorpion. Looks nice.
In my opinion, Sophia's kind of in that, like, middle zone. She is a good operator. She's a pretty good gadget. Just all around okay. I don't think she changed the meta like Ella did when she was released.
I feel
But,
like
I
they
mean-
just kind of brought a new Ash, kind of.
Kind of.
A little bit.
It's kind of like if Ash got, like, stuns and breaching charges, and you could use them both at the same time.
Well, I mean, because like she has impacts with, and Ash's breaching round does make a bigger hole, so I think it is better. But yeah, I do think Ash's breaching round is better. But Sophia has her advantages with her like KS-79, because she doesn't have to reload. She can just shoot both impacts or both concussions right away.
And they're not as loud. Like, it's a little bit harder to hear than Ash, which is, like, basically an alarm for everyone else on the map.
Yeah. You know, when you hear that sound, you better get ready.
Prepare for a charge.
It's gonna rush straight. But she's a 3-speed, that's what's good about her too.
Who?
Ash.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's like, Sophia's
Yeah,
not a
sure.
3-speed.
Yeah, but they're similar.
Yeah. I honestly, I think Sophia and Ash are, like, pretty much almost at the same level. I think Sophia's very good op. So, I mean, I think she changed the meta, kind of. Kind of in that
They do have their
mid-bar.
differences, like Ash's gun has 130 more fire rate. She's a 3-speed. Her ability is way louder, but also makes a bigger hole.
Yeah.
It's kind of
mean-
like the competition between Buck and Sledge a little bit.
Kind of. Pathfinder versus DLC. I don't know. Kind of changed the meta.
But she also did bring in the biggest mag with an LMG.
150. Yeah.
41 damage, 725. You just keep on firing, and eventually you get a kill.
I wonder how long it takes to actually burn through both mags.
Probably like maybe 30, 45 seconds. You only
Okay.
have to reload once, which is the good thing.
Yeah, that's true. Dokebi original.
Let's do Dokkaebi. So Logic Bomb uploads a virus that forces enemy phone to emit a low buzz that can be overheard, thereby potentially compromising an enemy's position. She changed so much. Like, I feel like she changed so much.
Well, her gadget definitely did. Like, her gadget absolutely like pretty much shattered kind of the difference between attackers and defense, because now attackers can watch you and on your cams when you
have
thought
to
you were
destroy
safe.
it, but
Yeah.
like, yes, you might have to destroy it even though it's your camera. It's kind of bad.
Her guns, they're pretty good. Single fire is really good. Low recoil. She has the SMG-12.
But
I mean, holy crap!
That's the
What
problem
is
with her.
Look at the
I know that.
SMG-12. What the fuck? It is off screen.
God, look at the Bossy G's recoil.
Where? Apparently, if you don't shoot it, you kill someone. You can just go, hey there, and then you just explode.
Yeah, but that's the problem with her. Even if they gave her like a bad gun, like Blackbeard's gun, but like 36 damage or something like that, I feel like she would be used way more. Like with a low fire rate, but
I think it's
yeah, low fire rate and low
basically-
damage, she would still be used.
Yeah, I
Not
think
that
it's just
shit.
basically the marksman rifle that scares people away from her. But it's honestly really good, so I don't think it should.
If you have like a good trigger finger and like good aim, she's not that bad.
Yeah.
And it's a good one too. 60 damage, low recoil. The max it'll take will be like 3 shots if they're a 3 armor or something with rook armor like that. So
So, overall, changed the meta, how would you say?
yeah, I think she did. But then I would pick her C75 over the SMG-12 just because of the recoil. Recoil and kind of the damage, like 28 damage is not that much. It's pretty low for this game. Especially
But
for a
its fire
secondary.
rate is kind of bang. Like, it's kind of poof.
That's the problem. It's the same thing with Twitch's F2. She has high fire rate but high recoil. It's the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
the recoil is kind of manageable if you get good with it. This on console is just basically impossible.
Alright, so Vigil, whatever.
My Vigil.
V.
Also, guys, remember to subscribe to Coscan. It's not its name yet. I forgot about that.
Yep.
But remember to subscribe to Coscan.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I don't think Vigil changed it too much.
He changed roaming. I think that's the main thing he changed.
Okay, well,
'Cause-
I mean, for defense, if you use the Boss G, it makes sense. I think that the K is still better, in my opinion.
Yeah, the same.
I don't think he changed the meta that much, because, like, with the drones, you can still hear him. You can still, like, if he does an action, it pulls him out of it. Like, he's not resistant to, like, lion scan, or, you know, like, I don't think he changed that much of the meta. I do think that he's, like, a good operator, though. I just don't think he had a
He
big
is.
impact with his gadget.
It is really good.
Yeah.
He's even better when you have the uniform and the headgear from the event Mute Protocol.
Start talking like
Say
a
that.
robot.
I just have to say that every time I get a skin. Every time we come across a skin with that.
So, I mean, as for meta changes with, like, Korean Batman here, I don't think he did that much.
But the one thing I cannot get my head wrapped around is why is he a 3 difficulty? How is Vigil a 3 difficulty? If you're gonna spawn peek, activate your ability like probably 5 seconds before, so they can't really see you, and then you just go out. And if you're just hiding in a room, just activate your ability if you hear a drone or see a drone or something.
Why would they consider him a 3 difficulty? That makes no sense.
I make it 2 at max, because the timing is
At
good.
max,
like, you can't just
yeah.
keep on, like you can't just spam Arc B and then just hope like it'll work. Because every time you press RB, it stops you from aiming. Like you need to aim out, then aim back in.
Yeah. So overall, not really. Kind of.
Lion.
Which do you want to go?
Lion
Lion
first,
and Finkel?
because
Alright.
Lion season 1,
Chimera,
Astro
yeah,
season
okay.
2.
Okay, I think. Okay. Ella.
First, wait,
If
first,
you were.
I'd like to thank Mute Protocol for giving me the headgear for Lion, the uniform for Lion, and the weapon skin for Lion. Thank you. You can continue now.
So, if Ella was like second biggest meta changer, Lion's first. When he got released.
Lion
But
was
after
so
the OP
at
rework,
the
he's
start.
But yeah, like when they released him, dear God, everybody you couldn't go around without him. Like,
Yeah, matching
couldn't.
Kavera.
yeah, like it would basically be a death sentence if you moved. I mean, his
it's
marksman
for so
rifle's kind of
long.
crap. His shotgun's kind of crap.
What's
He's
wrong
got-
with his marksman? 69 damage, low, like super low recoil, the lowest recoil out of all of them, and
I
the
think
highest
that-
ammo.
I think that his assault rifle's better. But
Okay, well, are you comparing it to his assault rifle or just all of the marksman rifles? Because that's a different story.
okay, well, if you're comparing marksman rifle to marksman rifle, this is like one of the best.
Yeah, I think it is.
But if
because
I'm just
because
talking about
it
it
has
like,
69 damage.
I think it's just more practical to use the assault rifle, but my opinion.
I feel like the 417 out of Lion or Twitch, I feel like it could be better on Twitch just because her gun has kind of low damage and super high recoil. It's hard to control for some people. 417, you don't need to control it at all. You just need to press it a couple times, they die.
Spam out a little bit, yeah.
3
I mean-
times, they're just dead for sure. Like look at that recoil, just 2.
I mean,
And I even tried it with the finger boot. Like I tried Dokubi's, what's it? Yeah, Dokubi's single fire gun, like her DMR, with
Yep.
the finger boost. No recoil, absolutely no recoil, and with angled grip.
oh Jesus.
I know. Like first I did a test, just spamming RT, without controlling recoil or anything. No finger boost. Second with finger boost. It's basically just shooting once, or like shooting with a pistol or something. That's how much recoil there was.
Jesus. I mean, when
Imagine
he
if
was
they made a gun
released,
that goes down. Just too heavy.
upside down.
You start aiming above his head just for recoil to hit his head. That would actually
That'd
be
be
a
so
good
dumb.
operator. No, but that would actually be so good. Because usually people don't really know where to go, like where to start aiming, because they don't know if they'll be proning, crouching, or just standing up. But if you're starting at the top, you're either just gonna shoot his head, or just
While
shoot
you're
his
working
body
his way
a
down.
few times. Yeah. Or like just shoot his head right away and he's just dead. So, or if you miss, you're gonna shoot his body a few times, so that'll probably kill him. If it's an AR, it's gonna kill him.
So overall,
So we're done.
he is the biggest meta changer of them all.
Well, then, but what about now though?
Oh well, now he's a little bit more fuck is the word? Okay, he's a little bit Like he's not as good. He definitely isn't as big of a part of the meta now, but at his release, he was a huge meta changer. Like, yeah, just no
They are
comparing really.
buffing him with the heart breaching device in Shadow Legacy coming in September.
Oh, is that coming to Lion?
Yeah, it's coming to.
Ooh.
Let's see, who's it coming? It's coming to Montang, Fuse, Capitao, Ying, Lion, Finka, Nook, and Amaru.
Okay.
They
So,
just
yeah.
give it to Ace, Maverick, Thermite, and Hibana.
More walls. So yeah, overall, big meta changer.
No, Finka.
Funny Finka. I think she is the most underrated operator. Like in Siege. I think she
Her
is.
guns aren't that good. Like 700 fire rate's not that good. Like for an AR.
I know, but like she's still got like practical use. She is just so good, in my opinion.
Like she's like definitely one of the best. I feel like the best people for support are probably Thatcher, kind of Twitch, Montang maybe, Finka, Lion, like those people.
Yeah, imagine having like Twitch, and then Finka boosting her. Like, that is a
Help a lot,
dramatic
or,
change in
just
recoil.
Belk or anything, or SMG 12.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like any gun with recoil just instantly kind of gets like way better, way nicer.
But the only problem is that, like, let's say I'm in a gunfight, you're not you don't know that I'm in a gunfight. You just activate the boost. I'm trying to control the recoil. I just go down way too much now, just because of that.
Well, yeah, that's
So
why you
that's
need to
also-
coordinate. That's why you need to coordinate. That's, like
Well,
if
yeah,
you
but
coordinate
if you solo queue, it's
her,
kind of harder.
if you coordinate her, like properly, I really do think she is like a great operator. I don't think she changed the meta, though, or not that much. But I think she is definitely underrated.
But did they actually ever make it so her finger boost gives them more speed? Like gives the team more speed?
I don't think so.
Imagine if they did. Just Ash rushing in. Already there within the first 5 seconds.
Not neat.
What about our guns?
They're good. They're okay. Like sausage with the Finka boost is,
Super OP.
yeah.
But
I mean,
what about the LMG?
what the
and
hell?
the
How? Look at the sausage. It looks like if you fire it once, it's over the head, and like you've already lost.
I know, I tried that. I tried. Like I shot it, see the recoil, it was not that much. If you just like pull down once, you're fine. As long as you just keep on spamming RT and pull down like a big once, then I think it's fine. We also got the toy Gush.
Goosh. P-Man's way better, but whatever. It's just frags.
Yeah, the Cloakoma skin for that.
And,
Frags are
yeah,
good.
I think-
Frags are the
I
best.
truly think she's just a good operator.
Out of her Spear and LMG, which do you think is better?
Spear.
LMGs are also like a harder decision just because of the the reload time. Because imagine you're in a fight and then you need to reload. Like you forgot to reload before you.
Okay, but like
found-
if you're
like,
so
before you saw 'em.
dumb to forget to reload.
I mean, no, it's just because an LMG. It's an LMG. I don't have to reload this because it has so much ammo.
Yeah.
But then with the Spear, it's an actual AR with just 30 bullets. It even says 30 on the mag. Wait, I use the spear more because I have a better skin for it and it has a higher fire rate, and I like more.
I have better skin, that's why I use it.
I mean, you've seen my skin, it's way better than this trash that I have for it. Oh, I guess I could use my Fusilier skin for it. I think the spear is better because I personally like higher fire rate guns.
I think they're just better.
It gets
yeah.
harder. It gets harder to control, but I think it's still better. Like that's
Yeah.
why I like Jackal's gun and Ace's gun and Fuse's gun, because they have like 850 and 800 fire rate. Like that is so much. That's why I like the PT.
What do you think about Maestro?
He definitely changed my out with the ACOG LMG 900 fire rate.
Oh,
Like,
that brings me back. Fucking ACOG.
My skin form is so weird though. I have a legendary like uniform that's like black and brown, and then that winter headgear that you get from the bell passes.
God.
I could use it.
I don't like
This
that
actually looks way
skin,
better. Just using the steel wave headgear because it looks way better.
Okay, if you put neutron, like the particle on it, it looks really weird when you start getting to like the barrel. Looks like there's like yellow like paper clips attached to it. Really weird.
You want to try this now?
I mean, his Keratos
This
is
is
crazy.
so glitchy.
Like, I mean, everything
Okay.
he has is just crazy. He's just
So,
such
I
a
don't
good
know.
op.
I don't know what just happened, but I tried to go to my particle robot skin, and there was a glitch. So now my Maestro's LMG, but with the emerald skin, is on. Like I can see it, and the particle robotic skin is behind it, but it can still rotate.
What?
Siege, Ubisoft, if you ever see this, please fix your game.
Alright, so getting back on track.
So where do
here.
I look at it from? The barrel or the back?
The barrel. Like, just look at the yellow little kind of clink, 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 clink on the side of the gun.
So what is that supposed to be?
I don't know, it just looks like little staples, like yellow staples on the gun.
Yeah, those little holes. I can't wait till that Shadow Legacy skin comes out for like the seasonal skin. Cause
I
I'm
don't know
about the
what it
Steel
is.
Wave bundle, so like you can just check the patch notes; it'll be there. But
Okay.
it's just like kind of black with some carbon fiber. It looks pretty nice, and then 3 dots for the Splinter Cell. But I bought the Steel Wave bundle. It would look so nice with that.
So
It would be black on black right now. I have like black on the particle robots or something. Like the particle robotics. And black on super colorful.
black on rainbow. So with the guns, or with everything he has, I just think that he has like perfect.
He is one of
perfect
the best
guns.
kits in the game.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
an LMG, 80 mag. Okay, recoil, 900 fire rate, 35 damage. That's like 3 or 4 shot.
the fucking
And then,
Keratos.
Yeah, Keratos is 78 damage, pretty low recoil. And
Impacts.
the bailiff to destroy hatches. Yeah, impacts or barbed wire to like just the shotgun. It's getting the 2.0 scope for next seasons, but it could change. We don't know. Like we don't know for sure right now, but it could change.
He is a very annoying gadget depending on what you're using it for.
If you're good at it, it actually takes skill though. Like if you just if he's looking right, like if the enemy is looking right at the evil eye, and then you open it, then like that's
Here,
dumb.
guys.
Like But that's like a good technique when Thatcher's trying to throw the EMP to disable it. Just look up, and then it'll be really hard for them to shoot it. So I
Okay.
had no idea why people look up, and then I realized when it gets disabled, you need to shoot it from the middle. You can't just shoot it from anywhere and it'll get destroyed. You just have to actually shoot it from the middle.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, I think he definitely changed the meta. Maybe not as much as like Ying.
Like, he's kind of good for denying plants, though.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That's true.
it's also the green effect. It's not like an actual camera that doesn't see through smoke, so this one actually does. Like bulletproof cameras or the Argus that's coming with Zero in Shadow Legacy, so.
Hmm. I don't know. I think he's just a really good operator. So. All right. Should we talk about Alibi?
I think he's a pretty good operator. Yeah, sure, let's go to Outplay.
All right.
Her gun's really good. The MX4 Storm is really good.
I know a lot of other people like have a lot of they do very good with it. I'm personally pretty shit with it. She has a good she has like a very good kit. Impacts, Keratos, MX. Like just like Maestro, her kit is like very, very, very good. I think that her gadget is not so very, very good. I don't like other
It's
than
okay.
occasionally
I don't think it
accidentally
would
stepping
work.
in it.
I don't think it would work in like high leagues like Platinum and above or Pro League or anything like that. She would be bad. But maybe in like Bronze and level.
Yeah, I guess.
Like
Like,
Silver,
kinda low level.
Bronze.
Yeah. Like I don't
ACS.
typically like shoot an alibi right off the bat. I
Yeah, and
I
usually you know,
accidentally
and
like
yep, I've actually noticed this. Like I noticed it a really long time ago, but I just forgot about it. I think before. But I'm pretty sure, even if you don't use any skin for Alibi, her sleeves are still a different color, or like her pants or something. Like one is blue, one is green. I'm not sure which is which. But I'm pretty sure like her actual person is green, like green sleeves, and her hologram has blue sleeves. So that kind of helps.
okay. I didn't notice that. I know her pants have like no texture to them.
I know it's so bad.
Untextured.
It's not
Yeah.
the texture, it's just the graphics. Like, just
Yeah, like yeah, there's no I think there's something wrong with the graphics.
but the
I don't
problem with her is that if you use a skin and they realize that you're using a skin that's completely different than what her hologram looks like, that's so bad. I think they should buff her so they make it like Iana. It has the same skin.
Yeah. Maybe even
Because
a
that
little
would be a
movement.
huge buff.
Like maybe even a little movement.
Yeah, like or just rotating. Yeah, rotating like every few seconds, just right to left maybe.
Or like, well, you know how when operators stand still, like when I'm looking at her in the menu here, she's got a little tiny
Like yes,
movement. Like, it's
she's
not like she's like,
breathing. Like
yeah,
she's
it's like-
breathing, so she moves.
yeah. You know, if they added that to the holograms, I think that would be a great buff for her. And I think that she would be meta changing. But I think for
I
right
think-
now,
Yeah,
she is for meta changing.
I think they should. Like, they should add both of those things. They should make it the same skin as what you are, like as the skin you are in that round or in the game.
Mm.
And they should just make her move like she's breathing. I'm not sure if they did that for Iana, but Iana, I'm pretty sure they also made her like more high tech.
Well, with Ayana, you can actually move her, so you control her. Like,
Now I'm talking about the breathing. Like if you stand still, with
Oh.
Iana, with the real one, you're gonna move a little bit. But if you stand still with the hologram, like the Gemini replicator, I'm just wondering, would you actually move, or like would you actually
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Maybe we should test that.
like breathe? See what
Yeah,
these are.
overall,
Her gun's really good though. Like 950 fire rate, okay recoil, 26 damage.
I mean, if you're just
The
using her
shotgun's
as a
getting
normal op
1.5.
and not like a sort of like secret thing, trying to blend in kind of thing, I think she has great potential and she's a good op. But I don't think the meta changing, she changed it too much.
I mean, I feel like now that people are actually used to her, it didn't really change much. But before, when like it was just this hologram that they thought that was this real person, so they just shot right away because they weren't really good at the game, or they haven't really had
Right.
much experience with Alibi. It was good back then, like at the start, but not really
Yeah,
anymore.
but I think people got used to it pretty quick.
Because it's the same thing with a lot of things like banshees, proximity alarms, basically. So Mozzie or mute.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things. Kind of Legion, maybe Element too.